Recruiting is heating up. Recruiting is heating up for the South Carolina women's basketball team as one potential prospect announces tomorrow, and we have another one that is going to announce in a few weeks. Gamecocks recruiting is lit. Let's go.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to another episode. Welcome to another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I'm your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I continue to bring you that gospel of Gamecocks every single day. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate the love. We got a good one today, y'all. We talking about recruiting. Recruiting is heating up for the South Carolina women's basketball team as we have a couple of players one who's going to be announcing real soon on tomorrow, and then another who's going to be announcing on March the 25th. We already have one recruit for the class of 2025. Aaliyah McDaniel, 6'2" wing, special player, can do everything with the basketball, got size, got length, got a defensive ability, can shoot the rock. She's McDonald's All-American, 5-star recruit, top 15 overall, a special get for the South Carolina women's basketball team. Let's talk about Agot Makeer. Agot Makeer is 6'1", 6'1" wing by way of Fargo, North Dakota. And now lives in Florida, Montverde Academy, premier basketball team in the country. She's a 4th overall recruit. Obviously a 5-star recruit and McDonald's All-American. And she's at 12 p.m. we will know where she is going to commit to. Her finalists are South Carolina, UConn, and Michigan State. All three has been recruiting her very hard. We thought she was going to commit sooner. She postponed it. And now tomorrow is the day. When I think about Agot Makeer, I think about a player who can fill a role with South Carolina, because it's almost like a trend round. It's almost like a trend for South Carolina is getting, big wings, 6'1", 6'2", who can handle the ball, can shoot the ball, who can also guard. And she fits that mold along with Aaliyah McDaniel. The second player we're going to discuss today is Aaliyah Chavez. Aaliyah Chavez, 5'10", 5'11", point guard. Not really a point guard, but that's what they list her as, a point guard. But she's far from it. She's more of a combo guard from Texas. And she's the number 1 overall recruit. She's set to announce on March 25th. Don't know a date yet. Don't know a time. Don't know. I shouldn't say that. March 25th is the date. I don't know a time or a location yet. Her finalists is South Carolina, Texas, Oklahoma, and Texas Tech. UCLA basically backed out a few days ago. LSU backed out a couple of months ago. So it's down to these 4 schools. And when I say backed out, because the word on the street is that she's asking for, $1 million in NIL money for a commitment. We'll see how that goes. And the third player is Savvy Swords. Savvy Swords is a 6'1", 6'2" wing from New York. She's ranked 13th overall in the class of 2026. Her finalists is South Carolina, Kentucky, UCLA, Notre Dame, and Michigan. Very, very good basketball player. I love everything about her. Everything about her. Let's talk about Agot Makeer, since she's going to be, committing in less than 24 hours. Agot Makeer can get to the rim. She can score from the perimeter. She can guard 1 through 5. And she can play 1 through 5. You have a lot of basketball players who say, I can guard, all positions. Well, really can't. Really can't. But if you watch the film for Agot, you can see her ability to switch off and play multiple positions. She has the size. She has the length. And most importantly, for me, she has the intelligence that sets her apart from the other recruits. She's very competitive. Saw her official visit at the University of South Carolina. And she will be wonderful in a Gamecock uniform. If she commits to South Carolina tomorrow, tag teaming with McDowell, you have a 2025 that is long, talented, can shoot the ball, can handle the ball, and can guard. Those are all great things for Gamecock fans. You have another top 5 recruit, just like we had a top 5 recruit last season in Joyce Edwards. And both of those players would help, replace a player like Bree Hall, who will move on once the season concludes. The thing with Agot is UConn is her dream school. She said that it was a blessing when she received the offer from UConn. It's been a dream school since she was young. Michigan State is, as she stated, she has the best relationship with the coaching staff at Michigan State. Love their facilities. What she said about South Carolina I liked, obviously. And this was before she came to Carolina, three-time national champions, for a official visit. She said that she has a good relationship with the staff and head coach, and she likes the the way Carolina empowers their Black women. It's like, okay. She was looking forward to the official visit. And obviously, she spoke about the championships and being able to compete at a high level. Like I said before, I saw her at the official visit. And I don't think that there's I don't think there is a situation that went wrong in that official visit, because that was A-Day. That was A-Day. She came to official visit with the day that Asia Wilson was there and retiring her jersey. If it was a similar situation that happened with Joyce, where Asia went to the back and talked and all those good things to Joyce Edwards, maybe it's a similar thing that's going to happen with Agot. Maybe that was the thing that turned the tide on that day. I hope so. I think it's 55% chance she goes to UConn, with a 45% chance she goes to South Carolina. I'm eliminating Michigan State because I just feel that those two teams are going to be the final two teams to for her to possibly, wear the sweatshirt or the hat or whatever case may be, in the ceremony. I have a warm and fuzzy, but not a warm and fuzzy for her saying the Gamecocks, and this is why. When you say a team is your dream school and thus team offers you, it's going to take a lot to change the mind of that player. Did Carolina do enough? Did Carolina do enough to get the services of Agot? I don't know. I hope so, but I'm not sure. I haven't seen anyone make bold predictions about her going to any school, and I'm not going to make a bold prediction about her going to either school because she's been very, very quiet in that regard to what school she's going to attend next season. All I'm going to say is if Agot commits to South Carolina on tomorrow afternoon, we got some building blocks for this basketball team for a long, long time. In terms of Aaliyah Chavez, I mean, sensational bucket getter, can score at will, can do so many things with the basketball, has that fire, has that competitiveness, probably not a word, but very competitive. I don't think Aaliyah Chavez came to South. I know for sure she didn't come to South Carolina for no official visit. I don't know if she came for an unofficial visit. I don't think that Carolina's going to pay $1 million in NIL money for Aaliyah Chavez. If that number is correct, I don't see that happening. I think that Carolina is in this Final Four, so to speak, to get some clicks, to get some views, to get some notoriety. That's all I'm saying. I think that she's going to Texas. I believe she's going to be with Vic Schaefer, and I believe that's going to be the end of that. Texas has long money in that regard for NIL, and they're going to pay her pretty much what she wants. And that's fine. Nobody's gonna moan and groan about Aaliyah Chavez if she goes to Texas or Texas Tech or Oklahoma. Nobody's gonna do that. Nobody's gonna do that. She's a terrific basketball player. My favorite basketball player in this 2025 recruiting class was Jazzy Davison. Okay, offensively and defensively, Aaliyah Chavez is a bucket getter. She's going to take a ton of shots. And that'll be fine for Texas if that's where she goes. That's cool. I'm good with that. That's enough about Aaliyah Chavez. Savvy Swords, on the other hand, is a 6'2", 6'1" wing player, and in the 2026 class, and she's from that New York school. I think it was a Lutheran. They produced so many great players, over the past couple of years, and she's one of them. She can shoot the three. She can rebound the basketball. She can pass the ball. She does so many things well, and she has the size to play in the post. She has she can play so many roles for her would be, so special, because at the end of the day, next year, 2025, 2026 season, next year, Chloe will be gone. She's going to be gone. Watkins will be gone. So you got to get some players with some size and some length and can shoot the ball and stretch the floor. This is why you're seeing a player like Savvy Swords. This is why you're seeing a player in the class of 2026 like Willisco. Those players who can stretch the floor, handle the ball, and rebound. Chloe will be gone. We need another player or two to go up that pipeline of South Carolina and get that same same production. I don't dislike anything about Savvy Sword's game. Nothing. I think when it's all said and done, she would be ranked much higher in the class of 2026. I believe it. There's so many recruiting strategies for teams. There's so many, tactics of attracting top talent. We're going to offer you this NIL money. We're going to offer you a starting role. We're going to promise you certain minutes. We're going to give all these personalized recruiting pitches to make you come to our school. So many enticing packages for the player to commit to the school. With that being said, in this NIL transfer era, sometimes what you're promised don't necessarily come to fruition, and you end up transferring to another school. Thankfully, there's not been a outflux of talent for South Carolina just moving on to other schools, and because of promises that weren't kept. Because the promise that South Carolina tells a recruit is you have to compete for a position, for minutes, for playing time, all those things. Not saying, hey, you sign this $500,000 deal, you're going to start. Nah. Because I guess when you have so many McDonald's All-Americans on the basketball team, you can have that luxury of, okay, oh, dang, you was talented. You were talented in high school, but you look around like, okay, everybody got the same accolades that you had. Everybody's not going to bow down to you because of this amount. Nah, because I was lit too. Everything, is not, because you go to certain schools. You go to certain schools like Aaliyah Chavez, she go to Texas Tech. I mean, you talk about parades and all these different things if she goes there. And it's not like that with Carolina. Now, it was amazing when Adrian Wilson decided to come to South Carolina. It was amazing. It was, that was before, social media was straight up crazy. But now, when MiLaysia Fulwiley chose South Carolina, like, whoa, that was huge. When Joyce Edwards decided to come to South Carolina, that was like, whoa, okay. And that brings me to that point of social media and online presence, because these young ladies are, establishing the brands. I want to make this. They see in the commercials. And if you look at, this is the brokenness. This is the brokenness of basketball. If you want to look at the players who are getting all the commercials, I'm talking about the national commercials. I'm not talking about the local commercials. I'm talking about the national commercials and getting all those headlines. Those are the players who take the most shots. Is no secret. It's not no, it's not like that. It is the ones who take the most shots who are getting the national commercials. I think that's wrong, because you take the most shots does not necessarily mean that you are playing basketball the best. It doesn't. It just means you're taking a lot of shots. So it was the same machine that, built up Caitlin Clark. The national media, ESPN and so forth, tracked her freshman year, sophomore year. She's averaging, so many points and doing so many great things on the basketball court. And she's taking the most shots on the team, taking, top 3 attempts in the country. So you are supposed to have those numbers, right? And they're doing the same thing with Juju Watkins. She's the new face, and Juju is a terrific basketball player. But she also takes a ton of shots. And you watching Juju play, a lot of times those shots aren't great shots. They're doing the same thing with Hannah Hidalgo, taking an abundance of shots. And the only thing I'm saying in that regard is the focus is points. not necessarily efficiency. We had 2 players in South Carolina basketball team last night. One had a triple-double, and one, had a season high in points. Both of those players did not take 25 shots to get their points. Both of those players have been playing efficient basketball all season. The problem with that is it's not going to make headlines. Oh, they're going to make headlines with Chloe getting the triple-double. That's going to make headlines. That's great. That's great because because media love triple-doubles. Like, oh my God, they had a triple-double. LeBron almost had a triple-double last week. LeBron almost had a triple-double, and it wasn't a triple-double that you want. He had the points. He had the rebounds. And he almost had the turnovers. I wish the media would focus more on great basketball versus volume shooting. But that's going to be huge for Aaliyah Chavez's brand, and because she's going to, Juju will be going into her junior year next year, and Aaliyah Chavez will be coming into her freshman year. There's going to be a huge media push for Aaliyah Chavez next season, because now we're going to start the freshman watch on her score. There are a lot of great players in women's basketball who don't necessarily take 22 shots a game. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. The implications of financial stuff for these players is growing every single year because these players are getting paid in high school. They having deals in high school, and then going to college and being that every game will be on television and broadcast on so many different levels and so many different languages will continue to change the aspects of the future of basketball. Now, some of these recruits are going to reshape the game. Make no mistake about it. They're going to reshape the game. This class for 2025 is very good. It's very good. You have, a player as dynamic as Chavez is, and you have players that are, so well-rounded like a Jazzy Davidson. You have players who can do so many things with the basketball. You have Sienna Betts, who's going to join her sister, and Sienna Betts is 6'4", going to join her sister at UCLA. That is terrific. Aaliyah Crump going to Texas and joining that, situation with Vic Schaefer. And Vic Schaefer is able to pull, Aaliyah Crump and Aaliyah Chavez, 2 out of the top 5 recruits in this cycle. That is tremendous. But it could be a detriment too, because Aaliyah Chavez is a straight up bucket getter herself. Aaliyah Crump is a bucket getter herself. It's going to be a situation. It's going to be a situation. Oh, man, so many players. Grace Knox is nice. You're going to LSU. Ooh, the Paldo girls, Paldo twins. It's a lot. The implications for teams like South Carolina as recruits come in, because like this year you have Powell leaving. Okay, got it. You have Bree Hall leaving. Got it. You have Sania Feagin. Got it. Who's leaving? You have Sakima Walker. Got it. Those 4 players for sure. Possibility of a Raven Johnson possibly leaving. That could happen. Hopefully it doesn't happen, because she needs another year to mature and get better as a basketball player. And I think it would definitely help her next year in terms of going to the WNBA. But for practical purposes, we want to say the first 4. Okay. So those first four players that we have to replace numbers-wise, not necessarily talent-wise, numbers-wise, because starting with Sakima Walker, she has not been a big presence or on the South Carolina women's basketball team. So that's a player that that number is a luxury per se. Okay, so we got Sakima, and then we say Powell. So Powell will be drafted in the first round of the WNBA in a couple months. So her point guard skills, her shooting skills, her improved defensive, effort will be missed by Carolina in that aspect. So Powell goes on. Okay, Raven stays. So, and then you have you move up, MiLaysia, and you move up Maddy. So we're fine. That situation, 3-point guard situation is cool. It's great. No worries whatsoever in that regard. Then you got Bree Hall, who will move on. That's fine. That's fine, because then you got Tessa, who will move up. And then you have a player like Aaliyah McDaniel, who will move up, who will move on, will move up the product line. So we're fine with Powell, we're fine with Breezy, and then we're fine with Sakima. Now here's the thing: Sania Feagin will be moving on after this year, hopefully drafted. Okay. Now you have a player like Joyce, who will move up into the starting lineup, more than likely. And then you have Ashlyn Watkins, because never going to say that a injury is a blessing in disguise, because it's horrible. Her ACL injury was horrible. But you also will have a very motivated Ashlyn Watkins, who will be coming in next year and ready to ball. So the three post lineup, as we are doing right now with Chloe and with Joyce and with Sania, will be pretty much the same with Chloe, with Joyce, and then with Watkins. All right, so that's moved up. Have we replaced anyone in terms of a production or in terms of number for Sania? We have not. So then here's the thing: you have so that fourth player in the post, if you will, Maryam Dauda, who will be coming back for her senior season. Got it. Okay, bet. We're good. And you see, then you got Adhel Tac, who will have another offseason, who will be ready to ball next year. God, we good, okay? But we still need a number. We still need a couple of numbers to make this thing work. So this is why you want Agot Makeer on this team. Because if you don't get a player like Agot Makeer, you have to get a player in the transfer portal to fill some of those roles. Okay. And I believe that we still gonna have to get I'm not saying we're gonna get Aaliyah Chavez at all. Not gonna say that whatsoever. But in the transfer portal, you're gonna have to get a player who's a combo guard, who can guard the basketball, who can play point guard, and who can shoot the thing, to be that player basically who Maddy is right now. We're gonna need that player for next year. Okay, for the numbers wise. So I anticipate, if we don't get Agot Makeer in this recruiting cycle, we're gonna hit the transfer portal and get a post player, okay, who's 6'2", 6'3", who can handle the ball, who can guard multiple positions, because they're gonna be, the transfer portal's hot. So there's gonna be some players out there who want to come to the South Carolina women's basketball team, three-time national champions, who I hope will be the four-time national champions, and a combo guard to play for South Carolina. So the implications of the talent that is coming into South Carolina with Aaliyah McDaniel, potentially of Agot, and a couple of transfer portals, in the spring, will continue to keep the ball rolling for the South Carolina women's basketball team. Now, there's some power shifts. Make no mistake about it. There's some power shifts with the Texas and Oklahoma, showing up in the SEC. Texas has proved to be a great basketball team. Texas will be a number 1 overall seed, more than likely, depending on what's going to go down with the SEC, tournament that's coming up in a few days. Okay. But with that being said, they are here and they can recruit. They can coach. Big Schaefer can do both of them. Texas ain't going nowhere. They ain't going nowhere. They will continue to get top-level recruits. So that shift is happening. So with them coming into the SEC and right now tied with South Carolina overall for first in the SEC is crazy, bumping LSU down. So LSU looking up to a team like Texas. Now, it's so amazing, what the impact for recruits can do. We can see the transfer portal. Oklahoma got Reagan Beers and things like that. But for those teams that are great every single year, you use the transfer portal like free agency in football. Okay, we got a need that we're going to address. We going straight to the transfer portal to address that thing. Not building a team off transfer portal players. Maryland got a whole team of transfer portal players, and they've been playing, pretty well. But I don't want that at Carolina. I don't want that. I want to continue to do what we've been doing in terms of recruits, top level, showing up, understand the process, and working their way in. Carolina is set up for the next 4 years of playing Final Four basketball. Make no mistake about it. We have talent on top of talent. But Agot committing to South Carolina tomorrow would be huge. This concludes another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I'm your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I continue to bring that gospel of Gamecocks every single day. Ladies and gentlemen, you're now rocking with the best. And since you are rocking with the best, come rock with your band, Captain Will. Let's go.